Now, you know those big bins you see sitting out the back of shopping centres and restaurants? That's all they are, bins. You fill them up, then dump them. Landfill. Not very good environmentally. And yet a lot of the stuff in those bins could, if treated in the right way, turn into wonderfully fertile fertiliser. Here's a new bin that could do just that.
The BiobiN is a skip-like composting system that can turn the yuck of waste management into an easy-use organic fertiliser. The uniqueness of the invention is that instead of only using green waste, the BiobiN can take any type of organic matter, including meat, and turn it into compost. We all know that recycling food into compost is beneficial for the environment, yet every year we waste organic material when it is dumped into landfills. With the BiobiN, organic matter is placed into the airtight container and connected to the biofilter. The filter then forces air through the bottom of the bin at regular intervals and draws it through a biofilter. This action accelerates the composting process by using the natural heat and ammonia gases produced in each cycle. This makes the BiobiN a safe and odourless unit that can potentially help to reduce landfill and takes the smell out of the process.
Please welcome from Wollonga, just south of Adelaide, Peter Wadewitz. Hey Peter, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Now this is it. It's not very big. No, it's a small model, obviously.
Yes.
And you open it like that, don't you?
That's right. Yep.
And you can even. This might be a sort of a tray out the back of a supermarket or something.
Yep.
But
this little catch too.
Ah, little catch,
yep.
Of course. Got me. And you can just sort of back stuff up.
Well, you can put it in from that way or over on the side because you want to get an even distribution over the top of it. Now,
what's with all the wood shavings in here?
Three things that you need for composting is the carbon to nitrogen ratio, oxygen and moisture. Well, there's the carbon. That also helps the oxygen dispersal through the food waste, and that'll get the composting process going.
So you get your stuff in, you get your meat and all that sort of waste product in, you close the lids, and then you turn on the air compressor.
Yep.
Righto, turn that off, but that pumps the oxygen through?
Circulates it through the biofilter, which is full of organic microorganisms.
Yep.
That'll clean it, send it back through and blow it back up again. And just continue that, and it does it 2 hours on and 2 hours off.
And before you know it, or in a few weeks at least, that'll be stuff you can turn to fertiliser and sell for real proper money.
It needs finishing process, but the value of it is in there.
Come across and sit down. What do you think, Bernie?
Peter, I think it's terrific. You got me the minute you said you could throw meat into the compost, because anyone who's done any composting knows that's a huge no-no. And the other problem with compost is a lot of people who do it don't do it properly. So if you're not stirring properly, you're not getting the air through there, so it's not composting, it's actually doing more harm than good. How can you guarantee that your pump is going to be enough to keep the air going through so the good bugs are doing the job and you're not doing it more of a disservice?
Well, generally, if the amount of oxygen that we've set up in that will circulate fine, and if the carbon to nitrogen ratio is right, it's been designed exactly right for that size bin.
You were talking about ammonia being able to control some of the bad bugs, the ones that cause methane. Does that not affect the good bugs?
No, well, for the time that it's in there, it doesn't. But what it will do is it will kill all those E. colis and salmonellas, and it will kill like the avian Asian flu and some of those Newcastle disease. It'll actually kill them inside the bin.
Terrific.
And the end product you'll be left with is fertiliser, stuff you can treat to make fertiliser that you can then sell. Yeah,
you have to finish it off, because if you throw a crab shell in, it still comes out a crab shell, but a clean one. So what you need to do is still process that through milling or screening or whatever.
Tone?
When you open it to put more in, is there a smell that comes out there?
Yeah, there is. But it's only for like a few seconds. The reason why the bin opens from the back is on intensive agriculture, the ammonia was so high that it was actually too great, so we actually opened it. But by the time you walk around to the front, it's gone. So there is a bit of odour, but it's only, seconds.
Yeah, Peter, I see one of the key commercial benefits as well is that you don't have to remove the rubbish every day. And my first job was in a shopping centre taking the boxes out, and I know exactly why you needed to do that.
Such a long way.
And it actually compacts more.
That's right. You lose about a third of volume every day. Wow. So it just keeps going, and so you can end up with, with a shopping centre was on the clip that does about between 4 and 6 tonne every 2 weeks of food waste that was once gone to landfill.
That's
And how long does it take to go through the cycle?
Well, generally, that one we only leave there for 2 weeks because it's full to that 6 tonne, but if you're putting much more refined food in, that could sit up there for 4 to 6 weeks.
James.
And you need to actually install the filter bit or the powered bit, and then you just connect that up when you take the bin away.
Yeah, that's all we have to do. I mean, our dream will be one day to have the lids as a solar panel, and then we can just put them anywhere.
And is the compost worth much?
Oh, well, every day it's increasing in value. The results in the vineyard market in South Australia is just absolutely exciting. 30% water reduction, 20% better yields.
I'll be dreaming about that. Just finally, the cost?
We're selling them in Japan for about $28,000, depending which model. We've actually gone to stainless steel in Japan, with all the brains incorporated in the whole bin.
Okay, summing up, Bernie.
You've solved so many problems in this one approach, and if you can get that at a domestic level as well, this is just going to go off.
Tone?
Yeah, it's not rubbish. It's not rubbish.
And James.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, every shopping centre, deli, restaurant should consider one of these, and I think you're probably going to end up with 2 businesses, one that sells the BiobiN and one that sells the compost.
What a fertile mind you have. Please thank Peter Wadewitz. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.